One day, a wealthy merchant named Durajaye came to the village, hoping to buy land for a new marketplace. Durajaye was a slick, well-spoken man with a knack for persuasion. He approached Tunde, knowing that the villagers respected his opinion. Tunde, what do you think of my offer? Durajaye asked, showing Tunde a large map of the land he wished to buy. This land is perfect for a marketplace, don't you agree? Tunde looked at the map, his eyes scanning the area carefully. The land is fertile, but it floods in the rainy season, and the location is too far from the village center. The market would struggle here. I'm afraid it is a bad investment. Durajaya's face hardened, but the land is cheap. I can sell it for much more once I build my market. Surely you can see the opportunity. Tunde hesitated. Yes, but it's not just about the money. The land will harm the people. When it floods, their homes will be destroyed. The road to the market will be difficult to travel. I believe it will hurt more than help. Dorojaye stared at him, his eyes narrowing. You are foolish, Tunde. You don't understand business. You'll never make anything of yourself speaking such nonsense. Tunde didn't flinch. I speak only the truth. I would rather have nothing than gain wealth through dishonesty. This exchange shook the villagers. While some admired Tunde for his unwavering honesty, others began to fear it. Durojaye's influence was strong, and he began to spread rumors about Tunde, calling him a troublemaker and a man who would never succeed because he could not see the value of compromise. As time passed, Tunde found himself increasingly isolated. Whenever he spoke, he alienated someone. A woman asked him if her husband was being faithful, and Tunde had to say, "He's been spending a lot of time away from home. I think you should speak with him." A young boy asked if his new shoes looked good, and Tunde, seeing how tight they were, answered, "They look fine, but they will hurt your feet if you wear them too long." The more Tunde spoke the truth, the more the villagers began to push him away. They no longer sought his advice, and some even stopped speaking to him altogether. One evening, Tunde sat alone by the river, wondering if the truth was really worth the cost. A soft wind rustled the leaves, and he heard a familiar voice in his mind again. The truth is not meant to please, it is meant to free. You must speak it, even when it is difficult. It is the only path to peace. Tunde took a deep breath. He understood now. Truth wasn't something the world always embraced, but it was always necessary. It was his gift and his burden, and he would carry it no matter how heavy it felt. Then, one day, the villagers faced a great crisis. The river near the village, swollen by days of heavy rain, was threatening to flood. People were frantic, not knowing where to turn. In the midst of the panic, the village chief fell ill and was unable to lead the emergency response. The villagers gathered, unsure of what to do, and they turned to Tunde, for his voice had always been true, even when it was painful. Tunde stood before them, his heart heavy with the knowledge that the floodwaters would destroy the lower part of the village. "There is no way to stop the flood," Tunde said quietly. "The water will rise, and the crops will be lost. But we can protect our homes by moving to higher ground. We can work together and save what we can." His words were hard to hear, but they were honest, and in that moment the villagers saw the value of truth. They worked together, following Tunde's advice, and though they suffered losses, they were able to save many lives. After the floodwaters receded, the villagers looked at Tunde with new respect. They understood now that his truth was not always pleasant, but it was always what they needed to hear. In time, the villagers returned to him, seeking his guidance with newfound appreciation. Tunde had taught them that while truth may not always be easy, it is always necessary. And though the path of truth was lonely at times, it was the only one that could lead them to true peace.